Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Daze and welcome to this Smackdown review and opinions video. So we're going to get straight into the match scores. We've even got some segment scores and I'll give you my show score as well as a few thoughts. Then we'll get into your comments. So Tiffany Stratton against Pper Niven. Little bit of a match that was kind of thrown together. Not really much to this. You lot said it was good 96%. It's kind of hard to argue. Then we had Pretty Deadly against Los Garza against Motor City Machine Guns. It was a number one contenders match, but honestly, even though we're working really hard to make this tag division feel special, it just ain't landing with me, and it doesn't look like it's landing much with you guys. Good 92% for that match. Although, I do think Street Profits against DIY, I do think that that could actually be something quite good next week. That's obviously for the championship. Then we got that Bianca segment. Bianca and Naomi, great 67%. We actually did a score for that, even though it wasn't a match. Great 67%. And it was well worth it, man. I really enjoyed it. Very compelling. Don't know where we're going to go from here. It doesn't feel like Bianca is in on it, but I can't totally rule her out. She could have kind of arranged with Naomi to make it seem like she didn't know. But I don't know. Are we really going to go to those extremes? I still feel like there's twists and turns there, and I know that many of you do as well. Then we've got Braun Strowman against Solo. Good 93%. I mean, it did lead to that Jacob moment, which was kind of fun. Chelsea against Pper. I really enjoyed this. Shame that it didn't get a little higher in the scores. You said it was good 96. That kind of puts it in line with that opening match. I thought this was better. Really like Chelsea wearing the Cactus Jack-inspired gear, but you can't really score a match on that. And then, of course, Alba Fire being the latest member of the Secret Service. Love that for her. I think that's going to be great for her. Then we had the Cody segment. I still think this is the best Cody promo I've seen since he came back. It was fiery. It had killer lines in there. It had emotion in there. I mean, he really took us on a journey in a short space of time. There was emotion. He was getting a bit upset. He hit it with a fiery finish. You want some? Come get some. What am I going to tell my daughter? He thanks the Philadelphia fans for having his back. He tells old stories about how Dusty, for some reason, was always nervous of wrestling in Philadelphia. Everything made sense. Nothing outstayed its welcome. The length of the promo was perfect. Loads of different emotion in there. It was brilliant. It was close to faultless. I think that was pretty special. You lot said it was great. 71%. It's actually the highest rated segment in this show. Then we had Drew versus Jimmy. You lot said was good 94%. And then main events. You enjoyed it more than I did. I wasn't crazy about the match, but we did get a new champion. I'm not really crazy about that either, to be honest. I mean, I like LA Knight, but I really like Shinsuke. And just where are we going with Shinsuke? Like, he's had this really short, meaningless run with the United States Championship. So where do we go with him now? What do we do with him now? Great 53%. So, you lot enjoyed Cody. You enjoyed Bianca. You said the best in-ring match was the main event. And that's like the top three, really. Score-wise, I would probably give this like a 7.5. I don't think there's anything here that gets it into the 8 club, but I really did enjoy this whole show, really. I mean, there was moments where it kind of dipped down. 3 hours, I do think, is... You can definitely shave some time off, right? You could definitely cut some stuff out of this show and it would be a better show. But I would want you to keep the Bianca Naomi segment. I would want you to keep the Cody promo. Obviously, you'd have to keep the main event and the title change. I would want you to keep the street fights. Drew, Jimmy, I didn't need. I didn't need Drew against Jimmy. Braun Solo did lead to the Jacob moment, the choke slam. That was kind of fun. So I don't mind that. The tag division, just don't really need it. Tiffany Pper, I didn't really need either, to be honest with you. And the Randy promo at the start, it was fine, but I mean, it wasn't that significant. I didn't feel like we needed to grade it. So it was fine. You know, it's nice to see Randy. Obviously came back at Elimination Chamber. So yeah, if this was 2.5 hours and we cut out some of that stuff, we may have gone into the 8s. But I think there was just a little bit too much fat here. So I'm going to go 7.5. So those are my thoughts. Let's have a look, shall we, at the scores, because I've actually got it queued up. So we might as well have a look at it. So here you can see nearly 150 votes. Seems like people are a little bit split. Seems like this one not as popular as NXT. But actually, SmackDown has been in an awful place in 2025. And I would say that this was maybe its best episode of 2025. It's been an awful year for SmackDown. Really awful. How did last week do? We did get a pretty big episode last week. So 67 and 5. So great 72. At the moment, this is coming out as great 66, so just a touch below last week. But I remember last week being like, oh my God, let's go. You know, it really felt like things were waking up last week. So I do remember last week's SmackDown being good. But yeah, look, this is right up there. It's either the best or the second best episode of SmackDown, I would say, of 2025, and not too far behind last week, but seemingly quite a few people going for good, okay. So yeah, for me, I'm probably into great. Not that far into great, but yeah, I'm into great. I would be up here as well. So I just think there was lots of talking points, and I always look for that. Even after Tiffany, we had Charlotte attacking, of course, putting on a figure 8. So lots of little talking points dotted throughout the show. Right, with that being said, let's get over to your comments. So, a tie, is it? Bianca Naomi segment was wow. Liam said the booking of Nakamura is very disappointing. I would have had him hold the belt till Mania, then lose it in a multi-man match, so he doesn't get pinned, so that he stays strong in defeat. Hashtag justice for Nakamura. Brady said, hopefully Alexa next week. Hayden said, I liked it. To be honest, I can't believe LA Knight won the title again. I was also very surprised. FYI said, I hope all is well, Daze. They do know it's the road to WrestleMania. I found myself saying, who cares, for 95% of SmackDown, so 5 out of 10. The Strowman Fatu spot, Cody's amazing promo, that got it to the 5. Hate that Shinsuke lost. Alexa and the 6. You have more appearances than them. Well, Alexa, I mean, look, the Wyatt 6 are out injured at the moment. So, like, well, they were. Apparently, Uncle Howdy got, like, cleared last week or something. But it really does not shock me, or it wouldn't surprise me if we're just waiting for Alexa to make that first move on Liv to get the ball rolling. Because it does feel like Liv and Alexa is going to be the feud. And then, because at the moment, I don't see a reason for Raquel and Liv to come to SmackDown. But if Alexa goes there, then that could prompt them to come over to SmackDown. Once Alexa's involved with them, she might get outnumbered. She might then need Nikki Cross, so on, so on, so on. I mean, look, it is terrible. There's no two ways about it. We're sat here in March. We haven't seen Wyatt 6 all year. And actually, we didn't see them throughout most of December. But we know that there's been big problems behind the scenes. We know that Uncle Howdy has been injured. We know that last week, was it, he got medically cleared. So we are expecting him to return, which is why I'm just not even thinking about it, honestly. I mean, I haven't even mentioned them. Until we actually get them back and we get started with a story again, I'm not worrying about it, but honestly, you'll just drive yourself insane. Lessons learnt, let's put it that way. Kiki says 4 out of 5. Brandon said, Bruins trades. Don't know. We're obviously dialed in to WWE. Nishi said SmackDown was amazing tonight. Every match and segment cooked. Bianca and Naomi blurred the lines between fiction and reality. Cody cut his best promo ever, and I'm glad that the megastar won. Question is, will he be the one that is recruited by The Rock? Well, there's lots of theories doing the rounds, my friends, as to what the hand gesture of The Rock could mean. Could it be that LA Knight joins up with them? Maybe. Could be a good way of kind of elevating him. I would like to see someone go from there to there. I would like to see someone actually join Cena and The Rock that could do with a bit of a boost. Maybe that person is LA Knight, but maybe that person is Austin Theory. I mean, I really like Austin Theory going into that group. So, or maybe that person is someone from NXT, or maybe that person is Jacob. I mean, Jacob is still on the rise. Maybe that person is Jimmy, because Jimmy is drowning at the moment. You know, there's nothing for him. So how about we put Jimmy into that situation? Maybe that person is LA Knight. Maybe there is no third person. So we're going to have to wait and see. Dice said some great promos and good matches. I thought that Cactus Green versus Meechin was match of the night. I would agree, I think. US title match was great. Nakamura's attire looked WrestleMania worthy. I wish his title run would have lasted longer, at least till WrestleMania. 7 out of 10. Dice, shout out to you. Carl said it was a recycled filler. Chelsea Green versus Meechin for the 20th time. Lots of matches that we've had recently. And the same Cena replays every 5 minutes. Had a feeling that Chelsea was going to get screwed, but she wasn't. Jim being screwed was poop. Like that match, just because he doesn't yeet. LA is a Chelsea Green copycat. Carl, shout out to you, buds. Opulus Travel said, all in all, SmackDown this week, I gave 6.7. It wasn't great. It was okay. Tag match was Drew versus Jimmy was also Anyway, this is you when John Cena turned heel. When WWE takes a sharp, unexpected turn onto a path that you didn't think that they would take. It is true. I did not think it would go that way. RMG said it was definitely a road to WrestleMania reminder. Only thing was missing. It was all black and white. We missed the color red. What's that? What does that mean? My macro thumbs up. RMG, shout out to you. Dean said the Bianca Naomi thing felt a bit weird. I'm glad that Randy is back. I just wish that Cody would defend the title more, similar to the US Open challenge. Once in a while defense is boring, but good promo. LA Knight, yeah, 5 out of 10, said Dean. Matthew said it was good. Swerve Show said, wanted Rock Cena, but we got Jade and LA Knight. J Omega said Randy was a 5, Piper Tiff was a 4, Charlotte Attack 4.75, Triple Threat Tag 6.1, Bianca Naomi Jade's 10. Solo Braun 5, Chelsea Green Meechin 6, Cody Promo 5, Drew Jimmy 3.75, Shinsuke versus LA Knight 6.5, so overall 7.5. Right, Daze, Jade Naomi WrestleMania, I think so. That's where it feels like it's going, unless we do the match before. So 5.75 for the show. Seems like people didn't massively enjoy it. Al Patata said Bianca Naomi was on Woods Kofi level. 4 matches with attacks. Boring. Charlotte is given a match where the crowd is going to care no matter what she does. Alba Fire is a clown now. 1% progression from the tag team storyline. Now Shinsuke, 4 months of the same rivalry, said he was going to expose LA's insecurities. Had the best look ever. Could have had a match against Mello at Mania, but he just lost and nothing he said means anything. He's never recovered from that. LA already defended against the best solo guys, so what more can they do with the US title? I really don't know. But they must have done it for a reason. Some people are wondering if they are going to bring in Alistair as a heel and have him go after the belts. And if that is the case, then maybe it makes sense to put the US title onto a face because Shinsuke's a heel. But I don't know. What was your original plan then? I mean, maybe the Malachi pickup was not expected when they put the belt onto Shinsuke. So that's why there's now had to be a change of plans. But it's just not good, is it? I agree. I wasn't looking for LA to get that title back. I don't really know what I was looking for LA Knight to have. But it wasn't really another United States Championship run at this point. Muggsy said it was an okay show. Promos were better than the matches, but the street fight was a banger. Shinsuke versus LA was good, but why did Shinsuke lose? Naomi and Bianca was amazing. I'm so excited to see Naomi lose her glow. It's about time we took Naomi serious. Yeah, that's a good point. A different look for Naomi will be good. Kind of, we've done the glow thing. It's been done. It's time for something different. Glow said good. Loved all the ladies' drama. Still waiting for more Wyatt Six and Alexa Bliss. Ring Rebel said SmackDown was okay. Show felt longer than 2 hours. Randy and Cody's promo was good. Match of the night was LA Shinsuke. SmackDown is at 7 p.m. In the UK next week. Overall 6.5. Cheers for the stream. Cheers, buds. Wyatt Six Forever said, I was in the arena. I don't know how many times I have to say it. Bring the Wyatts back. We saw so many Wyatt Six shirts in the crowds. There's no excuse for them to not be there tonight. And Alexa wasn't even at the show. She's one of the most over women in the company right now. So 4 out of 10. Real Wrestling fan said, a lot to like here. Congrats to LA Knight. Yeah. Cody and Randy promo was fire. Bianca and Naomi segment reminded me of Xavier Kofi. Backstage at Raw, it hit hard. Chelsea as Mick Foley was awesome. 3 shows, 3 title changes. John Cena heel turn is the best week ever. SmackDown, 7 out of 10. I didn't know what this GIF was going to be, so I was intrigued. But Real Wrestling fan, shout out to you. Demon said, it was okay. I give it a 5. Wrestling Podcast said it was a good show. We are definitely building up that WrestleMania 41 cards, and all of the feuds are getting their time to shine and build towards their respective matches. Can't wait to see next week's Raw and NXT shows from Madison Square Garden. Blake02 gives it a 6.5. Las Vegas Matt said, was the best SmackDown easily in a month. Cody Rhodes is spitting fire. LA Knight back in the title seat where he belongs. Jacob versus Strowman is must-see. And Chelsea Green is too much fun. Not thrilled with Charlotte and feel like it should be Jade versus Bianca, but 7 out of 10. Las Vegas Matt, shout out to you. Cowboys Seahawks said 10 out of 10. The Randy promo was interesting. Naomi Bianca Jade segment was fantastic. Cody segment fire. Chelsea Meechin street fight was good. I think Alba joining is interesting. And the main event was okay, but the winner was brilliant. Norma said it was good. John Elite said, love the Randy and Cody promos tonight. Awesome Bianca segment. Didn't expect Albert to join Chelsea and Pper. LA dethroned Shinsuke. Seriously. And congrats to Lex Luger on the Hall of Fame announcement. Angie said, I just started watching SmackDown, so no rating as of yet. But I am so glad that Randy is back. days on SmackDown. We're all over SmackDown, but I also am hoping that SmackDown comes to Salt Lake again this year and that Cena is on the show. Dead Man's Druid said, I was playing 2K25. I skipped it. I don't care about heel Cena or cry baby Cody. Kat said, I think it was a solid show. I was especially locked in with Bianca, Naomi, Jade drama. Randy's promo was fire, and I'm excited to see Cody's match at WrestleMania 41. All the matches were pretty solid to me. Daily Bugle Insider said, I'm going to score it an 8. Michael said, Rikishi, I did it for The Rock. Naomi, I did it for Bianca. And here we go. Jordan said, for me, it feels like my enjoyment comes from how the crowd is whilst I watch. And this week it felt like a chore. Some talking points, but the crowd being dead just made the show feel slow. And I was praying that it would hurry up and end. It's a crazy difference between SmackDown and NXT. Well, there we go. I would say people not massively enjoying it. It seems like our score is higher maybe than the comments that I've just read. But I don't know. I mean, what would I lose? I would lose Drew, Jimmy, but we probably needed it because we're building Drew, Damian. But could we have done that a different way? I would probably have lost Braun solo, but I did like Jacob coming down and then fighting in the crowds. The tag division, I would have lost that match, but I suppose you got to do something with the tag division, but could we have done something better? Randy's promo was okay. Could have been better. Tiffany Piper was okay. And then we did get the Charlotte attack after. I think it's hard to know what I would have took out. I think there's just segments here that maybe could have been better. Simple as that. But I still enjoyed it. I'm still in the 7s. I still think this is one of the better SmackDowns of the year. And yeah, looking forward to next week. Madison Square Garden on Monday for Raw. That's going to be big. Madison Square Garden on Tuesday for NXT. That's going to be big. So we're going to be eating goods at the start of next week. So thanks a lot for watching. Appreciate the support as always. And I will see you again next time. Bye for now.